My family and I have been told by adults that we are transphobic, that I am a sore loser, and that I value winning more than a human life. We have also been told that it will be our fault and that we will be the ones responsible if this transgender athlete takes their life.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. We're going to talk about something a little more serious today, and it's about a 14-year-old girl named Annaleigh who is a track runner, and she was in the Junior Olympics, which is a big deal, and she ran against a transgender girl, which is a biological boy, and he beat her. Of course he did. And I'm saying he because that's a boy. It's not a girl. And I think this whole sports thing has gotten out of control, especially when it's now bringing the children into it. So what I have here is a actual audio, video audio of her talking about the incident. And she's really articulate and amazing, and it's heartbreaking. But before I move forward, thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, getting this to people who needs to see it. I can't do this stuff without you. Thank you so much for helping me champion the rights for everyone. Okay, everyone. So with that, we're going to get into this video right now, and I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to find the parts right now that I think are really the most important for this, and then I'll put a link to the actual real, to the link to the video where I found it on the channel. So with that, I'm going to start out with the beginning of the video.
Hi, I've never spoken to this many people, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm also excited and really happy about this opportunity. My name is Annaleigh Wilson, and I am 14 years old, and I am a freshman for the Eastmont School District. In May of this year, I ran in the Kashmir Junior Olympics. The Junior Olympics are a regional track meet for junior high athletes who place first or second throughout the track season. So it's a pretty big deal. It is basically the championships for our area. Sorry. I'm sure most of you have heard that at the Junior Olympics, I raced against a transgender athlete in the 1600 meter race. I had heard of this happening around our country, but I never expected to encounter it firsthand. When all of the runners had lined up to race, I noticed that this athlete was built very differently than all of the other girls. But I didn't think much of it because we were on the starting line and we were about to race. It wasn't until we were on the podium that I heard the commotion of upset adults and kids. That is when I heard that the athlete that was standing next to me on the first place podium was a biological boy. My heart sank and I felt extremely discouraged. I felt like all my hard work that I had put in throughout the year didn't matter, and that it was just going to be forgotten.
So, I mean, I don't necessarily know if we needed to, well, we do. We need to show the difference. We do. In this video that I found showing the difference, you have to show the difference in the body type. You actually do, because that's a huge, big part of this issue. I think I've done a video before on women sports and why trans women should not be competing with women. You can literally see the difference in the body. You can actually see the difference in the body here of this young girl against this young boy. I mean, you can see the muscle mass different. You can see the leg size different. I was a 1600 meter runner. Okay. So I completely empathize with this young girl. Now, that being said, I also empathize with the transgender girl. The boy, because it isn't fair to be putting these trans kids into these situations. This is actually one of the biggest problems here. Why are we putting kids in these situations to fight political battles? Shame on the trans community for doing this and using trans kids as these pawns in this idea that you can change your sex and that trans girls are girls and trans women are women. That's actually sick and twisted to be using kids. And then also, you know, girls are getting swept into this, having to speak out about this stuff, and it hurts this young girl. So let's move on here. So, because I want you to see these other parts.
Family and I spoke spoke up about how unfair this was. We didn't speak up about how unfair this was because I didn't get first and didn't win. We spoke up because boys racing against girls at this level of competition isn't right and it isn't fair. All of those
It isn't right and it isn't fair. Also, listen to what she said. She's not complaining that she lost, okay? Because if she would have been pitted against another girl, biological girl, she probably would have won the race. She came in second. She would have won the race. So it's not that she's necessarily mad that she didn't win. She's mad that she ran against a boy, which means, of course, she lost. I mean, come on. The fact that we even have to have this conversation is upsetting beyond belief. I feel for this young girl. It takes a lot to get to the Junior Olympics and to get to that level of running. I know, again, because I did it. And I'll tell you what, my dad would have never been okay with this ever in a million years. My dad is that dad who would have caused so many problems. You want to be like, uh-oh, here he comes. Seriously. And her parents are awesome because they're helping her to raise her voice. We need these young girls to speak out about this. Why is it fair? I want to know where the fairness lies in this. There is no fairness, okay? Sportsmanship.
All of those biological girls sitting up there next to me had worked just as hard as I had throughout the entire season. But at that moment, our hard work and talent did not matter. A coach on the transgender athletes team had heard my group of friends voicing their concerns and frustration about how unfair this was. They told my group of friends that if they were going to complain, they needed to go somewhere else and do it. Hearing this was devastating to me and my friends. It felt like we were being told to shut up, stop complaining.
The fact that there's coaches saying that is also disturbing. Coaches, the whole thing is just mind-blowing to me, mind-blowing. I want to get to this one part, and then I'm going to read you something.
It felt like we were being told to shut up, stop complaining, and just deal with it. And this is why I'm speaking up. Our female athlete voices need to be heard because we are the ones that this is personally affecting. Going through this experience has been incredibly hard. Adults have attacked my family and me for speaking up for fairness and protection of biological girls in sports. My family and I have been told by adults that we are transphobic, that I am a sore loser, and that I value winning more than a human life. What? We have also been told that it will be our fault and that we will be the ones responsible if this transgender athlete takes their life.
Okay, I'm done with these people gaslighting little girls saying stuff like that. What are you talking about? This is gaslighting. 100% disgusting. Trans community has gone off the rails. Okay, I'm not a part of that. I don't want to be anywhere near that. Okay, if you want to talk about taking sides, I'm all with this young girl right here. That has nothing to do with being trans, and it's disgusting and wrong for you to lay that kind of heavy stuff on this young woman, okay? This young 14-year-old girl. I'm sick of you people. This is sick and wrong and twisted. That is a biological boy, period. You're also messing with that biological boy's head, telling him he could become a girl. Okay, maybe he is trans. Maybe he does feel like a girl. Maybe he needs to be in some really serious mental health space. But I'm going to say it again. Okay? Again. When you transition, you do not get everything you want. That includes this kind of stuff. But you're not telling these kids stuff like that. You're telling them when they transition, they get everything. No, you do not. And you did not transition to become a girl. You are still a boy. Your appearance is different. You will never be a girl. Ever. And when you put that in this little kid's head, and then they grow up, and then they realize they're not really a girl, whose fault is that? Why other girls are losing out, girls are losing out because we're all acting insane. Actually insane. This is so, I'm livid. So if you want to watch the rest of the video, I'll put a link here because I'm not going to show the whole thing. It's so distressful. But what I want to show you is this. Riley Gaines had posted some tweets from people, and the meanness, the unbelievable meanness of people is so shocking to me. So these were some of the comments that were posted on this video that was posted. Some of the comments, oh my God, you guys are just not even going to believe. This is our world now. How do we live in this? She literally finished second. Another girl, they didn't put in quotes, I am, was faster. What? It's effing pathetic. We're at the point in society where people can't accept when they fail. Next time she should run faster if she wants to win. First off, if you would listen to her, she didn't say that. She said it's not about her not winning. It's about the fact that she actually had to run against a boy. So these are the liberals writing stuff like this. I mean, I'm not part of that either, and I'm a liberal. Who are these people? Who are they talking down to a 14-year-old young girl like this? Okay? Your niece is transphobic, and you should not be proud of that. Shows how effed up you and your family are. Pathetic. Who writes this kind of stuff? Who actually, bigots are bigots are bigots. Like, what are you talking about? She didn't lose. Okay? In a fair game, she didn't lose. So why are people writing mean stuff to a 14-year-old girl like this? And why has everything become so transphobic? What's happening? This is not transphobic. And why can't a young girl speak her mind about the whole situation? I, for one, believe she should be speaking her mind. And I, for one, do not believe transgender girls and women should ever be competing against biological girls and women. Create your own space. Done. Tired of it. So I'm going to leave you with this. None of this is helping any of us. It's not helping the trans community. It's not helping the women's community. It's not helping girls. It's not helping men. It's not helping society. None of this. It's pitting us against each other, okay? And I'm going to say this again directly to the transgender community. Stop it. You need to teach these people who want to transition. First off, it's a lifelong commitment. Secondly, you do not change your sex. Thirdly, you do not get everything you want when you make this life choice. With that, thank you so much. This is all just insane. I can't even stand it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. I appreciate you all so much. I'll see you guys all on the next one.